Go for it.
Good evening. Welcome to Gino 99 TV. Dick Herman here. Paula Maloney joining me today for the boys game. That's exciting, Paula. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Dick. How are you?
Good. They get started about 5 minutes early on us, so we're getting set up here, and 0-0 as we've played a couple minutes. We're going to hand it over to Jules to read all our fine sponsors.
This game brought to you by Axe Screen and Window Repair, At a Glance Window Treatments, The Box, Brock Insurance, Congdon Coleman Insurance, David Goodman Tile, Don Allen Ford, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Furry Friends of Nantucket, Harbor Fuel Oil Corporation, Humphreys Electric, Inquirer and Mirror, Island Carpets, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Island Variety, Joe Rapacki CPA, Cam Appliance, Killen Real Estate, Lindsay Inc., Madica Marine, Martin Burke Painting, Nantucket Airlines, Nantucket Booster Club, Nantucket Civic League, Nantucket Electric, Nantucket Insurance, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, Santos Rubbish Removal, Seagrow Restaurant, and Sign Here. A big thank you to all of our fine sponsors.
Thank you, Jules, and we do thank all those fine sponsors. And homecoming weekend's sort of coming to an end today because it was supposed to be all on Saturday, Paula, but the Vineyard, who was supposed to come over and play boys soccer, girls soccer, and field hockey, didn't come over to Sunday, but they only brought the girls soccer and the field hockey with them, so the boys didn't get a game. So this is sort of their homecoming game here. Football team played Saturday night.
Goal!
Kicked it in on his own goalie there. You might have to credit number 4 with that.
That was number 4, Benny Zeef, down in that corner. I was watching that, who was on the ground when he kicked it, and it just dribbled in, and it was just one of those abstract goals, but
yeah.
Nice job by Benny Zeef, number 4. And that was at 35-58, so...
he was probably trying to just stop the ball, Gino, and get it to his goalkeeper. And well, what happens sometimes is that when you're doing things like that, the ball plays tricks, and exactly what it did there. Just a bad mistake. You know, you should be taught to kick the ball away from your goal, not kick it near him. You know.
Well, you know, you are taught obviously to kick the ball away, but I think in that situation it's such a slow dribble. It was obtuse in the fact that nobody was really paying attention to it. It didn't look as though it was going to go anywhere, and lo and behold, a goal. So that was at 35-48 in the first period, first half. This is Cape Cod Tech playing Nantucket. You know what I'm noticing, Dick, as I bring myself up to speed with the boys soccer team, there's 12 seniors on this team. Is that correct? Yes,
it's a very potent club. They're doing well, and they're going to be in the tournament as well as the girls, which we've covered a few times this year, and in the field hockey. So it's a good fall. The boys football team losing to Upper Cape, they got to get some help. Somebody's going to knock up off a Cape for them to get back to the bowl, but we'll see how it plays out. But this is a good soccer program, a good soccer team, and as you say, a very veteran club.
Absolutely. Number 21 for the Crusaders just had a high kick, but no contest for Christian Lombardi, the goalkeeper. He's a senior. He's done quite well in that position. He's solid as they come in the keeper spot for the Whalers. And as far as I know, they qualified for sectionals, is that right? October 6th. I was trying to quickly bring myself up to speed about this team.
Yeah, the pairings will come out the 30th, so they'll find out who they're playing on the 30th. Mentioned that Martha's Vineyard, who didn't come over Saturday because of the weather. Boys soccer was supposed to come over Sunday with the girls and the field hockey. They didn't come over. They said they had other commitments. Probably the other commitment was watching the Patriots game like we were. and they're supposed to come over later on this week, Thursday, Friday. We'll see what happens. Remember, getting from Nantucket to the Vineyard and Vineyard to Nantucket is not the easiest thing in the world. You know, you got to take a couple of boats and a bus and a whole bit. So we'll see if they want to miss a lot of school to do that.
Right now, paying attention to the action on the fields here, we just saw Benny Zeef score earlier. His brother Jojo was playing as well. He is a senior, one of the captains of this team, and they are both scrappy on this field. We are looking at number 17, Sonny Mangiano, who's a junior. He's one of the players to watch on this team. What can be said about Nick Larrabee, Kevin Lemus, John Montgomery, Ben Daniels, Caleb Gomes, Tavio Gonzalez, Louis Guevara, Stephen Brown, they all really bring something to play. And of course, Chris Sylvia, who've had the pleasure of watching Dick the last 3 years when I do get to cover a game. So they've got really a talented front line in the game right now.
Yeah, we thank you, Paula, for jumping in today. Tom Parchman, our usual boys soccer announcer, has to be off island today, and glad that you were available to jump in and help us out and cover this game here
I
this
ended my
afternoon.
vacation early, Dick. When I heard the call, I had to come.
I called Paula Saturday. It's Monday afternoon. I called Paula Saturday. She was in Fort Lauderdale on an extended stay, and she jumped on the next plane to get up here.
Absolutely.
She even had to miss the beer chest contest?
The bikini
oh, the
contest.
bikini. I thought you were down there watching some guys.
No, I wish. No, unfortunately, the national bikini competition was at the hotel Pier 66 that I was at.
If I knew that, I would have jumped on a plane Saturday and gone down there and met you at the.
I would have come with you, Dick.
A lot of the girls asked me if I knew Dick Hearn. In English and in Spanish, it was funny. A lot of them were asking me about you. But right now, look for a second goal to be scored, and that was by number 17, Sonny Mangiano. Nice drop in from number 13, who was Carlos Chavez. Great teamwork there as we were talking, and I think this is going to be a game that's won for the Nantucket Whalers, Dick.
We'll turn this over to Jules for a few ads.
Come on by Don Allen Ford for the Built Ford Tough event. Take a look at the 2012 F-150, Ford's best-selling pickup for 35 years. Don Allen Ford with a wide variety of brand new Ford and Mercury vehicles, as well as used certified pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. Don Allen Ford. This game also brought to you by Brock Insurance. Go Whalers from Brock Insurance, wishing each and every student the best possible school year.
Ben Daniels doing a great job in that front line, bringing it down to JoJo Z. Sonny Mangiano up in front.
Yeah, Nantucket, we can see, just has too much talent for this club here.
They absolutely do. Now, let me get this straight about the boys' soccer. Is the league Nantucket, Cape Cod Academy, Sturgis East, and Provincetown?
Yes.
Is that right?
So they're undefeated in the league, top league team. That gets them into the tournament anyways. But they're also won more than. They're qualified on both fronts. They're winning more than. I think they're 10-2. Let's see if I have it here.
Yeah, I was trying to find out the stats for Nantucket, but it's Cape Cod Academy, Sturgis East, and P-Town are their primary opponents in the league, correct?
Right. They've tied. They've lost to Archbishop Williams. They tied Bourne. So they could be sitting at 12-1-1 right now. And the big game at the Vineyard to be made up later on this week. All games got to be played, as I said, by the 30th. October 30th is the cutoff date, meaning no more games can be played after that. And then usually within 24 hours of that, like around November 1st, the pairings start coming out.
So that's going to be exciting to see. So we don't know yet if they have home field advantage in any of those situations, or where the games will be played.
You never know. You never know until the pairings come out. But looking at the records of the teams and the failings, I'm quite confident that boys soccer, girls soccer, and field hockey will all get a home game. So that'll be an exciting first week of November. So hopefully you're around to pick up the tournament, the girls soccer game, and fill in if
I'm
Tom.
looking forward to it, and I'm hoping that we're covering it on the football field as well. But as we're watching the action, Christian Lombardi clearing it, bringing back into game. Rich Brannigan has been the coach of the boys Nantucket Whalers soccer team for, I'm not even certain how many years now. It's well over 10. And teamwork skills, the playing of soccer, motivation. It stresses all those points: teamwork, continuity, camaraderie. He's really left his mark with this team. So we have head coach Rich Brannigan back at the helm. Brian Zupan is the JV coach. Kevin Korn is the assistant. And Philippe Basilio, who I believe was on the team, I'm going to say about 4 years ago. Am I correct with that, Dick?
Yes. Well, it's interesting you mentioned the football field, because when the clocks change, that first weekend in November, daylight saving time, you don't have the late afternoon light. So the games either have to start like around 2:30, which sometimes is a problem for schools to get over here, depending on where you're traveling from, or you got to play it on the football field so you can put the lights on. So sometimes you do get tournament games on the field under the lights.
which would be exciting for both the men and the women. Carlos Chavez right now, number 13, trying to make something happen on that side. Dropping it back to number 21, Leon Lefebvre, nice job. Trying to switch fields. You hear Coach Rich Brannigan, one of the terms utilized in soccer, switch fields, and trying to make something happen here. Charlie Harrigan, number 15 in the game. In a nice defensive position. They've got some good athletes out here, Dick.
Yeah, they you can see they overmatched this Cape Tech team. Cape Tech team is sort of going through the motions right now. I feel bad that if Nantucket gets it up to 4 or 5 to nothing here, that Cape Tech is just going to go into a shell. They know they're outclassed, and they're already down 2 to nothing. We've only played about 13 minutes, and
yeah, 13 minutes into the game, and it's a 13 minutes of decisiveness. It's just clear that Nantucket is outplaying this team. Alex Calderon, number 19, crossing that in front of the goal for Sonny Mangiano, who looked as though he was going to have a nice header. I predict he's going to score another goal in this game today. He seems to be one of the go-to guys in that front line, Dick.
Well, if I remember correctly, last time in the girls' game, he made about 6 straight predictions. So I get.
What I was looking at the goal.
I get a feeling that you'll be right on again today.
Well, just from watching them quickly, he's scrappy on the field, and I also like number 10, Jimmy Patillo. Look at the legs on him.
Island Pharmacy with a convenient location directly across from the Stop and Shop. No waiting for prescription refills. Call ahead and we will have them waiting for you. Located at 122 Pleasant Street. Give a call at 228-6400. Island Variety. Variety is not just the spice of life. It's gifts, accessories, party favors, yarn and craft items, photo development cards, mass lotto, magazines and newspapers, toys for all ages, and don't forget Halloween candy, costumes, and decorations. 5 Freedom Square, 228-6883. Island Variety.
Number 10, Jimmy Patillo, with that indirect kick, bringing it back into play, back down the midi line, and Carlos Chavez taking right over for Nantucket. Cape Cod Tech, fill me in a little bit, Dick, about their record, their team, where they're at. Do they have the potential to qualify?
They're in Harwich. They get kids from probably 4 or 5 towns, middle of the Cape.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got probably all the way down to as far as Provincetown to the Lower Cape, because you got Upper Cape, the team that Nantucket played in football the other night, who draw from that area, but. You know, a kid living in Dennis Yarmouth, maybe even Hyannis or Barnstable, that thinks a technical school, regional school, would be better off for them, would opt to go there. So sometimes you don't always get the best athletes, although, you know, Cape Tech in football was in the league with Nantucket 4 or 5 years ago and really had a great football team. So you do get hot. Right now they're about a 500 club. They struggle a little bit, but they handle the Sturgises, which have the new programs, okay. But Nantucket's soccer program is a level above them.
Yeah, I would absolutely say that. Have to agree. And I apologize. Number 10 is Ben Daniels. I was looking at the count number and the uniform number, and I got that confused. So I take that back. I'm looking at him, and I'm saying, wait a second. That has to be a Daniels by his build, so I apologize on that. The Zeeps, you can pick them out quite readily. The curly hair. The other kid's a little bit harder. Right now, number 21 receiving accolades from his team. That would be Gus Day coming off the field, only a freshman. I'm hoping what I see today is Coach Brannigan utilizing the underclassmen, getting him in this game, getting some footwork, drill work, speed work on the field, and getting him in when it counts, and they can feel confident and work on their skills.
Yeah, that's going to happen. It says we have a junior varsity game going on right now. It should be at the other field, but we seem to have an awful lot of kids on the bench. So
yeah, I think the entire team's here, because I was looking at a few of the underclassmen. I actually
maybe the junior varsity game was canceled. Cape Tech, you can't get 2 games in. Both games are supposed to start at 3:45, so maybe there's no JV game. That's why Nantucket has all the underclassmen dressed over there.
Beautiful job by Chris Sylvia in that midi position with that header. He just rocked it downfield. Nice job keeping it in play. Do you remember Caio Correa that played for Nantucket, who's now playing, I think, on the national level in Brazil?
Right.
Any word on him? Or
Last I heard, he was playing on a regular basis, thinking about, making a living doing it. I don't know if he's good enough to get to that level. It's,
I thought he was on the national. I thought he made the team.
yeah. Well, they have the age level teams, which I'm not all that entirely familiar with. But then, if you want to play soccer for a living, you got to get on the professional teams
Right.
and make some money. And
Salary. Got it. Nice job by Nick Larrabee keeping it in play, feeding it up to Benny Zeef, hoping to connect. Jojo Zeef crossing. I'm going to miss watching Jojo Zeef. I wonder if he'll be playing on the collegiate level next year. He's really got a love for soccer, as they both do, and he's been playing since he was un poquito, teeny tiny.
yeah. Well, it depends on what college he goes to.
Yeah, have any of the kids in the last few years translated that into playing on the collegiate level, kids graduating from Nantucket?
I haven't heard. That doesn't mean there aren't any. I haven't heard if there's
Yeah, I haven't heard of any.
any boys that have gone on to play at college. No.
Beautiful footwork being executed there in the corner for Nantucket. That would be Ronaldo Powell. Sound like names out of Hollywood. Ronaldo Powell. Love it.
Not too many John Smiths playing.
Not too many. No, some exotic names.
The Patriots had a kicker though way back when.
Named John Smith.
John Smith.
I remember
right.
that.
And I think he was from England.
Do you remember that? Nick Larrabee controlling the ball. Remember, you want to hold on to that ball. It's got to be your best friend. Utilize both steps, in-step, out-step. Jojo Zeef does it beautifully as he motors up the field for a nice cross up to Chris Sylvia.
Back in those days of John Smith and in the early years of professional football, a lot of the kickers came from
England
and places like that because America wasn't producing the kickers, and they certainly are producing them now. Every college has a crack kicker. And,
well, because I think England had football, soccer.
15 minutes to Nantucket from Hyannis. Nantucket Airlines. Give a call at 1-800-635-8787. Nantucket Airlines. We're all about the island.
We are all about the island, Dick.
Yeah.
Jojo Zeef, God, he's got endless energy there. Nice backdrop to Nick Larrabee. You know what I notice about Jojo? He's not selfish on the field. He seems to be crossing, dropping back, utilizing players around him. He's well-versed on the soccer field. Right now, Charlie Harrigan trying to control it, drops it back. You hear the assistant coach saying, don't force it.
If you remember the last time we were here, Paula, Pope John Paul was here to play a girls' soccer game that never happened that day because fog and the real officials didn't go in, and Pope John didn't want to go along with our delightful superintendent of schools to officiate the game.
And I actually got the scoop on that because, believe it or not, I beat you here to the field today. It was a rare moment, but I got here first. So I spoke to athletic director Chris Morey on that, and that game is scheduled to be played off island. Apparently the coach was being difficult and letting them know that, in fact, she does not enjoy coming to Nantucket. She was quite put out that the boat was not at 6, that it was at 7:20. And when they went through the rules and regs, the superintendent of schools could have readily have ref that game. You or I could have refereed it. And he was certified in New Hampshire. His background was tremendous. It was just an unfortunate situation all the way around.
Well, the sad thing about it is, A, it costs us, the taxpayers of Nantucket, money because now we got to send our team over there.
That's right.
And B, it costs the girls a home game.
Cost them a home game, and you know what? If they forfeit, that doesn't necessarily mean it goes down as a forfeit. It could count as a loss for Nantucket.
You're right. It doesn't mean it goes in the books,
Right.
and it could affect their standing. So they're forced to play the game with Pope John making a big deal out of it, and as you say, they got to go off island sometime this week and play at a neutral site.
Yeah, I believe it's Thursday or Friday of this week, he said. JoJo's, excuse me.
Great passing there by the Whalers.
Great passing. That's what I'm impressed with, is the passing. What a shot. Ooh. Oh, just denied. Ben Daniels, that was beautiful.
Matica Marine, with over 40 years of sales, service, and storage out of their 20 North Cambridge Street boatyard, Nantucket's only waterfront boatyard. Give a call at 228-1163, Matica Marine.
A nice passing by the Whalers there, and they got a great shot off on it, wide of the net.
Jules has a smooth, silky voice. I like that, Dick. Yes.
We're gonna have to call him the Voice.
The Voice.
See if we can get him on TV tonight at 8 o'clock.
Technically, in voiceover work, it would be known as the talent.
The talent.
The
Well,
talent.
tonight is the debate. Speaking of talent or lack thereof, tonight is the debate.
How can you watch the debate when you have the Bears on TV?
The Bears, the Bulls,
and town meeting.
Well, town meeting is at 6 o'clock.
And you have
Town meeting's at 6.
and you have Game 7 between the Cardinals and the Giants. There's just so much going on tonight.
Oh,
Plus, the football game is on at 8.
my blessed
The Whalers,
team is not.
the Whalers versus Upper Cape. It's just so many things to pull out of the hat tonight.
Great game, boy. People are going to enjoy that one. Woo.
Nick Larrabee keeping it in play, crossing that midi line.
But where can they watch it if they miss it?
If you miss the Whalers game tonight, or you miss this game, you can go to GinoTV.com and see all the games on the internet. You see the great Paula there talking about her entering into the bikini contest in Fort Lauderdale.
That is not true. Absolutely not. True.
I mean, she went to the bikini contest.
I just happened to be there.
Just
by
happened to be
happenstance,
there.
Yeah. Oh, nice drop! Look at that drop kick.
Are you saying you were hanging around the pool and a bikini contest broke out? Was that it?
Basically, yes. Like early in the morning, take a swim, and there they were.
And remember to join our sponsors here on Geno 99. You can call 508-825-8817. Get your ad mentioned during games, and also get your phone number and logo showing 24 hours a day in the top right corner. Price as low as $15 per week, and you can feel good knowing you're helping bring Whaler sports to TV, online, and now streaming live on Geno 99. To join our fine family of sponsors, call 508-825-8817.
Tell us about that play, Paula, that was going on.
That was a beautiful kick, but you know what? It was no match for Christian Lombardi. I mean, he just makes it look so elementary in that goal. He's got great range, great skills. He's just, what can you say about him in that net? He just does a fantastic job. And, you know, he's not really being challenged in this game today, but when you have a direct or indirect kick of that nature, he rises to the occasion. That's what you need, so nice job. Back to Ben Daniels. He really sets up these plays, Dick. What a deep kick he has.
Nantucket earlier this year, and we'll see if they're still doing it, rotated their goalies between Christian Lombardi, who's been the goalkeeper here for the last few years, but Kevin Lemus, a senior, joined the team this year.
Ooh, goal, yes. Woo! Nailed it. That was number 28 for the Nantucket Whalers. That was Ethan Wing, who is a freshman. What a goal. Did you see that cross?
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice.
That goal brought to us by?
Cowboys Meat Market, all natural meats, gourmet takeout, beer and wine, and don't forget Thanksgiving turkeys and prepared sides available. Open year-round at 7 Bayberry Court, Cowboys Meat Market. Give a call at 228-8766.
Ethan Wing did a beautiful forward run, momentum on that, you know, just staying with the ball and then some, and what a nice cross dribble, low to the ground, perfectly set up for the back corner of the net. Nice job.
That came at about the 14-minute mark, 14 minutes to go here.
Benny Zief, I'm noticing Nantucket tends to favor that right corner, Dick. I don't know if you noticed that. Minimal play on this side closest to us, but they tend to go for that right corner, and there it is. Talk about the glass ball. I was just saying they tend to. Never mind.
Let's see, who got that one?
I'm
looking for the
going
number.
to say that was
15, is it? Let's see.
I think it was Charlie Harrigan, number 15.
No, 6.
Charlie got the assist on that. Number 6, Nick. No. Hold on one second. That was Ronaldo Powell.
You want a time? Or you want a sub? Just a sub. Yes, subs can come in. Subs can come in.
I'm going to give that goal to Ronaldo
Yeah.
Powell, number 6.
So
Another freshman on this team.
Four
My goodness.
goals. 4 goals by the Whalers from 4 different people.
Nice job. Ronaldo Powell, Charlie Harrigan, and Sonny Mangiano. And Stephen Brown, excuse me, number 17. 4-0, Dick, and it's 12:41 left in this first half.
Yeah, right now Rich Brannigan's going to his bench, getting kids in. I see some of the regular players coming out, wondering why they're being subbed for. But you know, you got to get everybody into the game, and you don't want to embarrass the opponent too much.
No.
It's just Nantucket's just outplaying them
And when,
completely.
and when you look at the depth of freshmen and sophomores and juniors that they have in this team, there should be ample time, I feel, for each and every one that has been deserving coming to practice, putting 110% in to get on the field today, Dick, and be able to play, if not for a brief amount of time in this game, and taste the grass, so to speak. Right now, Sonny Mangiano bringing it up. Benny Zeef looking for somebody to drop it back to. Nice teamwork there. That must clearly be stressed in their practices. Teamwork, sharing of the ball. Nice job. Nice high ball down the field. And it's out on Nantucket, I believe.
Sea Grill Restaurant at 45 Sparks Avenue, where all the locals go for great fish and excellent seafood. Give a call at 325-5700. Sea Grill.
Nice. Oh, sorry.
Almost put it in with his head. Connor came out quick and got his head on it nicely.
I think that was Carlos Chavez whose head that one off of, for lack of a better term. Great cross. Yeah, that would have been 5-0.
With the ball white.
Right now I'm actually hoping for a bit closer game. I mean, I know it's nice to have the opponents not score, but I tend to like a healthier game just for a little bit more competition on the field.
It is, yeah. We had a very competitive football game the other night. Wales only losing by 3. Very exciting. 7-6 going into the 4th quarter, and then each team scored 2 touchdowns. But Upper Cape got more extra points. The soccer game, girls' soccer game here Saturday, 0-0. I don't think I've ever done a 0-0.
Oh, was that here Saturday?
That was on Sunday. I'm
Sunday.
sorry. It was supposed to be Saturday.
I wish I had known they were playing yesterday.
We're going that way, Ben.
I was a little bit out of the loop. Ben Daniels turning, meet the ball.
It was 1-1 in the field hockey game we did the other day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Charlie Harrigan, nice
We
dribble
did
on the
an
field.
exciting field hockey game. 1-1.
Oh, just a little bit wide. Nice dribble by Charlie Harrigan from midfield down to that corner forward, right winger, and they're going to be scoring off that corner again. Unfortunately, I don't think the goalie is quite tuned into that section of the net, and they're just finding an open pocket, much like a hockey player, you know, moving down the field and moving down the ice and shooting on that same corner. They keep scoring off that back corner.
Are we going to see any hockey this year?
You tell me.
I'm very discouraged.
Oh my gosh, did I open Pandora's box? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Why is that?
If the owners and the players are fighting over money,
Oh, I thought you meant local Nantucket hockey.
Okay.
We better be seeing that. Oh no, I'm aware of that in the NHL, correct, yes.
No, local hockey will be here this winter.
Local
New
hockey's
coach.
great.
Well, new coach because Jack Moran, the old coach,
Moved to
left the
Newburyport.
island. Left the island for
So
a new
who's
job.
the new coach? Do we know?
I haven't heard. I know a few names that got interviewed.
Pudley says there's nothing better than wings, a beverage, and football, or any sport at Fairgrounds. With 15 HD screens to catch your favorite team in sports, ESPN Game Day, Big Ten Network, and college action. Monday night, 70-cent jumbo wings and halftime munchies at Pudley's Pub and Fairgrounds Restaurant.
The voice.
And the Bears will be there tonight.
The Bears, the Bulls.
The Bears. That's Gino's
Mike
team.
Ditka.
right,
Oh,
baby.
Lord.
That's Gino's
Oh.
team. He says he likes the Patriots, but he's the Bears man.
How did the Patriots game ended up? How did it finish off?
Patriots.
They were winning last time I checked.
They just squeaked it out. For the second week in a row they gave up a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. Last week losing, but this week they come back and tied it up with a field goal, and then won it in overtime with a second field goal. The only good thing about it, well, they got the win, but the only good thing is the kicker kicked 2 field goals to give some confidence back to him because he had missed a field goal earlier this year in that Arizona game.
Oh, I remember that. Charlie Harrigan trying to keep it in play. Nantucket is up 4-0 in this game against Cape Cod Tech on an amazing fall day.
We haven't mentioned the weather at all. What a beautiful day here.
It's not snowing or raining like it normally is when I see you. I'm impressed.
Paul usually brings the worst of possible weathers to this field, but she reversed it and brought us great weather today.
Brought you warm weather from down south.
Down south, brought it up with us.
Oh, there's something to be said about going down there for a few days of warm weather. That's all I can say.
I was down Raleigh last week, so I had my shorts on for 5 days in a row, so I know what you're talking about.
Then the people that live in Raleigh-Durham, they look at you and know immediately you're from the north. When you're wearing shorts and they have the Patagonia jackets on at a football game.
No, not really. I went to the North Carolina State Fair.
You did?
It's amazing. The fairgrounds was like from here to the Stop and Shop area, just filled with rides and
Are the
food
Dillipawalls
stands.
living in
That's where they are. We were babysitting.
Oh, nice.
Devlali-Wallas.
Dipawali-Wallas. I knew I was close. Well, speaking of Dipawali-Wallas, Biz was at the Clemson game this weekend.
Are they still winning?
They're still winning.
What's their record?
I'm not certain, but they played Virginia Tech, but it was one heck of a game. It was double digits and high at that. They tend to start off slow, that team, but they had that loss to Florida State, and then didn't they have another loss this season? It was a fluky loss that they shouldn't have had.
Big game this weekend. Notre Dame puts their undefeated streak on line, going down to Norman, Oklahoma, to play the Sooners.
The Sooners. Notre Dame's uniforms, is it me or are they more gold than ever? What's up with that? They're shined up.
They shine them up. That's actually I heard that somebody gets a scholarship to go there just to shine the helmets.
Oh, please.
Over to Jules.
Killen Real Estate, located at 10 Easy Street, or give a call 228-0976. Robert Young is waiting to help you with all your real estate needs at Killen Real Estate.
Well, Dick, we're in less than just about under 5 minutes left in this first half. Whalers 4, Cape Cod Tech nothing, and I'm hoping in the second half we get to see a lot of these underclassmen on this team get some airtime, because this looks to be a solid and pretty comfortable lead at this stage in the game. Would you agree?
It is, yeah. And Cape Tech is getting a lot of their players in and out too, but looking over here on the bench, they all got their heads down. They're really out of this game already, so you feel for them and you hope that something can spark them and they get a little. So right now the spark should be, let's score a goal and not let them shut us out.
I would have to agree with that. Individually speaking, if you look at some of the players, they've got some good soccer players on their team, but as a team unit, they're not playing effectively. There's little or no communication. They're not switching fields. Look at all this green space that's left open by them, and right now they're playing a defensive versus offensive game, and you give the nod to Nantucket. They play like a team, and a lot of these kids have played together since youth soccer league, so they're very familiar with one another's strengths and weaknesses.
They have a veteran coach too. I forget his name right now, but he's been coaching there for a long time. So
for Cape Cod Tech.
For Cape Cod Tech, so he knows the game, knows the sport, and sometimes you just get a group of kids that have a hard time playing as a team.
And that's the mark of a good coach, that sticks with the team when he perhaps knows that it might not be the year to be super competitive or put the wins a notch on the belt, but yet it's a rebuilding year. It's pretty obvious for Cape Cod Tech. My guess is a lot of these kids are underclassmen, just looking at their size. So, you give them a lot of credit where credit's due for continuing with this program. What a kick. Oh.
Nice header in front, and out of bounds it goes.
Joe Rapacki, CPA, small firm, big difference, helping self-employed people on Nantucket with their taxes for over 15 years. Call 228-9090. Joe Rapacki. Go Whalers from Santos Rubbish Removal. We clean up the island. Enquirer and Mirror, Nantucket's newspaper since 1821. Act.net to keep up with all your favorite teams and players.
Tavio Gonzalez with that kick. He might want to try it for the Patriots. That was unbelievably deep. What a kick. Nice job.
Well, the Whalers missed 2 extra points the other night on kicks, and that was part of the reason why they found themselves down by 3 in the loss. So I always thought it'd be interesting if the schools would let a soccer player kick for the football team, you know. But
sure.
you can't do that.
You can't cross.
You can't no crossing sports, but it would be interesting.
I think it'd be extremely interesting.
Sometimes kids have left one program and gone to the other.
Right.
You know, the soccer coach looks at the football team and says, boy, if I had him in my team, I'd be a better team. And the football coach does the same thing. He comes over and he watches some of these kids running around the soccer field and said, boy, I can make one of them a running back or a tight end, you know, or a kicker, you know.
Well, this was in the day and age, too, when Coach Capizzo was plucking athletes off other teams. Number 33, Leon Lefebvre, he's been pretty impressed watching him play down on this side of the field, and I was not certain who that is, and he is only a sophomore, but he's geared for soccer. He's got nice footwork, great skills, and there he goes again, about to break it up. Nice job. Nice. Trying to save it, but handball on that. Great playing on Leon Lefebvre, and great observance by Tavio Gonzalez. Nice job. Nick Larrabee back in action.
They called it a handball because the Cape Tech decided to pick the ball up. He thought it
was dead.
Dead out of bounds, but it never went out of bounds.
Right,
no.
he touched it right. It was on the line. And actually, we have to give number 8 credit for that. Tavio Gonzalez on the Whalers. He spotted that, I think, before the ref.
Nice move there by number 9.
Yeah, number 9 for the Crusaders looks to be on his game. Nice. Problem is he doesn't really have anybody to cross to. He's in a roadblock. Excellent defense by Nantucket is right.
Yeah, he tried to get the shot off, but the defender for Nantucket just stepped right in front of it there. And
oh, beautiful kick by Nick Larrabee. I remember being impressed by him in the past. I don't think I'd know him if I saw him off the soccer field, but on the soccer field.
Well, that's true, right? It's the idea. Certainly, when they're in the soccer uniform, the number helps you to identify them for one thing. So we're down into the final minute and a half here as the clock is turned off. The official time, as you know, is kept by the man right in front of us on the field. The clock that we're looking up there that stopped at the 1:06 mark is the unofficial time. It's usually pretty close. But again, 1/2 almost in the books. Nantucket controlling the game with a big 4-0 lead.
Go Whalers from Island Lumber at 1 Pulpus Road. Rain or shine, Island Lumber is always on time. Furry Friends of Nantucket, we care for your furry friends with passion. Pet Sitting and Care at 332-9198. Furry Friends of Nantucket.
Can we patent Jules' voice?
We can.
I think we can make some money on this. I'm thinking about this. We'll talk at halftime.
Okay, so we've played 1/2 here. Nantucket's holding a 4-0 lead. We'll take a break and be back with second half action.